And as runners make their way from the starting line up the Ravenel Bridge, we're going to head over to News 2's anchor Carolyn Murray, who's along the race route. Carolyn, you are up on the bridge. Have you seen anything yet? People are on their way.
Well, Katie, I will tell you, this is the first time I am in front of the elite runners, so I'm enjoying where I am for this moment. I'm up on the bridge and waiting for these folks to make their way through 6.2 miles of Charleston into downtown Charleston from Mount Pleasant. We expect they will be here in just a few minutes because on average their pace is about 5 to 6 minute miles. So we know that they are going to be making the ascent up the Ravenel Bridge in just a few minutes. 25,000 people, of course, they capped the race this year for the first time, and this is in part, of course, because of the pandemic. But man, this is an amazing day. As Josh told us, the weather could not be more perfect. I've had the pleasure of running 27 of these races, and today seems to be the most perfect when it comes to the weather. Certainly the energy is very good, and we expect they're going to be coming up any minute. And there they are right now. Let me step out of the shot. The first runners to make their way up the Ravenel Bridge right now. You can see them pretty tight in a pack making their way up the bridge. They've already gone more than 2 miles. They've got 2 miles to climb this bridge, the Ravenel Bridge. An amazing picture right now. The first runners, this is a long time coming. Of course, they didn't have the privilege of doing this race last year, but they are back strong, going faster than ever. Let's just take a look at these runners making their way up the Ravenel Bridge.
And the uphill is the hard part, Carolyn. Wow, the rest is going to be downhill, but
picture.
For right now, they're on the hard part.
This is the most difficult part of the race, but they're near the top. And of course, it's smooth sailing for them after this. But again, the first runners, that was a pack of just about a dozen or so representing many different countries. Mark talked about this earlier, that this is a qualifying event for a lot of these elite runners. Again, I'm sure that they are happy to be back in the low country. The weather is certainly working in their favor right now. But again, many of the runners, good job, guys. And now we see a lot of the women runners. We know that the record for the bridge run for women is about 31:10. For men, the time is about 27:40. But what an amazing sight to see these first, some of the best athletes in the world. A lot of them love coming to the low country. Of course, for this race, the hill is certainly a challenge, even for those very seasoned, well-conditioned runners. This is a pretty tough race for them. But then you get here and you have wonderful weather and, of course, the warmth and hospitality of folks here in the low country. So happy to be up here in this prime location to see some of the best athletes in the world, those making this trek from Mount Pleasant all the way to downtown Charleston for this, the 44th Cooper River Bridge Run. And you'll notice the variety of ages. I mean, we're not talking about folks who are very young participating. You've got older runners who are seasoned who make this trip every year. And we're so happy to have them here in the low country for this third largest 10K race here in Charleston. And Josh, you and I have spent quite a few years actually looking at this race from atop our rooftop. And we know that the weather, you can't really predict. There are years, Josh, when it's rain. There are years when it's incredibly hot and humid. There are years when the pollen is overwhelming. But the fall, this is ideal for this race.
And you know, Carol, the race high is going to be 80. Climatologically speaking, we should be in the mid-80s, so we're running about 5 degrees below normal for the afternoon high. We're running as much as 10 degrees below normal for the morning low. You just don't see an air mass like this very often this time of year, and the one that has a staying power like this too. I mean, we're on day number 3 of such a pleasant stretch, and it's really not going to end. So all the folks that are here visiting us, I mean, you really just could not ask for anything better. And you're right, Carolyn. We've seen it all in 14 years. I've been here for, this would be my 15th Cooper River Bridge Run. Well, we didn't do it last year and the year before, so 13th. And we have seen it
We did it virtually, though, Josh.
Yeah, that's true.
We most certainly have.
You and I were on our couches.
We did it virtually. We most certainly were. And I mean, in every state, you know, I had a chance to spend some time with Irv Batten. Woohoo! Good job! Love to hear the thrill of victory. No agony today, but Irv Batten and I were talking yesterday, and he said that every state is represented, and many countries, like, you know, nearly a dozen countries represented in this race. Folks love coming to Charleston again. We talk about the hospitality. We talk about all the great treats that you get at the end of the run. It really is a great place to be. And then you get this amazing hill, this amazing mountain that is outstandingly beautiful that you get to travel. So 6.2 miles from Charleston, rather from Mount Pleasant to Charleston. Hey there from Shem Creek. We just love it, and we're so glad that all of these athletes are here today, bringing money into our economy, but also making sure that the people of the Low Country know that they are supported, and that's another great thing. You know, you talk about the 11th team member. That's what we have here. That's what the race organizers talk about, that it's not just the people participating in this race, the people on the course. Hey, look at you. It is also the folks who line the streets, cheering them on, who, you know, the strollers, the families of every age, every demographic, supporting these athletes along the way. So we are just thrilled to be back in this race. Hey guys, good job. A great time. I tell you, the weather, that is definitely on our side today, Josh.
It really is, and as we go through, again, the bridge run just isn't this morning. You know, that's the run part of it.
You're almost
this is
done,
a whole
man.
weekend. And as Carolyn was mentioning, we have so many people, all 50 states, all over the world visiting here.
Good job.
The weather's playing a key role in this for the rest of the weekend to make sure that we can do what we need to do, and there's not going to be a single hiccup.
Absolutely. It's going to be beautiful, and we're going to keep
and we
checking in
also
with our live crews out on the bridge for the 44th annual Cooper River Bridge Run. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes.